recent recipient of the County Supervisor's Uplifting the Community Award, President and CEO of San Diego Rescue Mission, Donnie Dee, is with us today. Welcome.
Hey, good to be here again.
Congratulations on a prestigious award.
Thanks. Yeah, it was a surprise. We didn't know much about those kind of awards, but since we have opened a facility in Oceanside, people are starting to take notice. And not only did we get the North County Jim Desmond Award, but we also got a Nonprofit of the Year for District 74, Laura Davies area that she serves as Assemblywoman up in Sacramento. And so it's been a fun couple of months. I'm super proud of our staff at the Oceanside Navigation Center and the job that they do. And I think those awards are just a reflection of the hard work they're doing and the amount of people that they're helping.
Yeah, so tell us about the Oceanside Navigation Center, if you would, Donnie.
Well, we're trying to build a system in San Diego by which we can get people off the streets. We feel like that homelessness is a heart issue. The government would tell you it's a housing issue. And most San Diegans would tell you it's an addiction issue. The San Diego Rescue Mission would tell you it's actually a heart issue. And when you see somebody that's experiencing homelessness, whether they're pushing a cart or whether they're pulling luggage, just know that there's a story there and there's actually a heart there, and that if we can address the issues of the heart, we can ultimately help them eliminate their homelessness. There's a difference between meeting the needs of the homeless and addressing the needs of the homeless. And what we do is address the needs of the homeless. So we opened up an Oceanside Navigation Center. It's a 30-day triage center where we get you in off the streets, eliminate your current crisis, and figure out where you go next. Last week, we opened up a second shelter down in South Bay. It's called the South County Lighthouse, 162-bed facility. And we will use these two shelters, these two 30-day shelters, to get you off the streets immediately and help you figure out where you go next. And the accomplishments, the results, the work that's being done at these two places is really pretty remarkable, and that's why we were noticed by Lori Davies and by Jim Desmond's office.
Tell us a little bit about the Mission Academy, too, because that's an important piece.
That's the part of our program that's been around the longest. We started as a soup kitchen about 70 years ago, in 1955 or so. There was a couple of business guys that came down from Sacramento, and they launched a soup kitchen to serve people experiencing homelessness living in downtown San Diego. Of course, our homeless issue looked completely different back then than it does today. We evolved over the years into a rehab center. About 25 years ago, they bought an old hospital with 81 sleeping rooms, 360 beds. And what we do there is primarily rehab. You live with us for 12 months and we put you back together again. We have boundaries classes, parenting classes, drug and alcohol classes, anger management classes, and whatever your issue is that led you to living on the streets, we're gonna actually work with you through case management and through our classes and put you back together again. We think rehab is actually the best solution to change the state of homelessness in San Diego. And as organizations, we need to be doing more of that, because otherwise we're just moving people around. And I think we all see the effects of that right now.
So it really is a unique model that you're using to address homelessness.
Yeah, we don't take any government funding, so we're smaller than probably some of the other bigger service providers, but we feel like it is a unique boutique approach to changing the state of homelessness. So we don't take any government funding, and we are faith-based. So we feel like we've got an approach that helps people, and if you really want to get off the streets, then our program is the right program for you to get in and to change your life. Now, we tell them day one, we can't want this more than you want this. But if you really want to change your life, everything you need is in this program, is in this building, the big building downtown, for you to get well and for you to change your life.
Yeah, and now in North County as well.
It is, yeah. That facility in Oceanside, just not too far from here, is really an incredible blessing, and we think it's helping a lot of people. I learned today that we've served over 400 people since we opened in August. And you guys just did an incredible video of our grand opening, amazing video that I use all the time to share with people what great things are happening at the Oceanside Navigation Center. And of the 400 people that we've served since August when we opened, over 200 of them have taken a positive step forward and out of homelessness, meaning they got into a program, they got into housing, they got into a skilled nursing facility, they got into some type of a little more of a permanent situation to change their challenge with homelessness.
Wonderful, and that's been in alignment with the city of Oceanside? And
it has. We entered into a partnership with them. They bought the building, they renovated the building, so if you live in Oceanside, you should be proud of that.
Absolutely.
And then our commitment was that we would pay to operate, so we're saving taxpayers in Oceanside about $1.3 million a year. And that was done by Deputy Mayor Keim, voted yes. Peter Weiss, Councilmember Weiss, voted yes. And then Corey Jensen, who used to be on the city council. Those three were the ones that voted. And of course, Deputy Mayor Keim has been a big support of what we do and has been over to the Navigation Center several times. So yeah, I think it's an interesting public-private relationship where we each play our own role on behalf of the person experiencing homelessness, and I think it's working beautifully.
And you've been successful in fundraising to do the work that you do, but there's always need for more support.
When we launched this expansion plan, and I appreciate you asking that, we also launched a $25 million capital campaign, and we're about $11 million into it. So we've been able to open 2 new facilities and start a renovation of our big building downtown. And so we have secured the funding to do that. Right now we're working on the other $14 million that's going to be used to fund these remote sites for the next 3 years. We wanted to give ourselves a little bit of a runway and to try to secure those operating dollars in advance so that we can focus on service and not have to spend so much time on raising funds. And been pretty impressed and pleased with how San Diegans are supporting this. It's a different approach, but I think everybody that lives in this county really cares about this issue and wants to know how they can help. And whether you give of your time, whether you pray, or whether you give financially, we're grateful for the support that we're getting from people who live in San Diego.
And if people want to find out more about San Diego Rescue Mission, they do want to support what you're doing, how can they do that?
Well, the best way is just to go to our website, sdrescue.org. Everything is there. Our marketing department has put together a pretty robust site that has not only giving opportunities, but volunteer opportunities. Go to get involved, click on that, and up will pop Oceanside, up will pop South Bay, up will pop downtown, and you can actually sign up and get all the paperwork signed so that when it's your time to serve, you can volunteer and go and have a great experience.
You make it easy to support.
We try to make it easy for people to get involved, and so thank you for that.
Thank you, Johnny, for being here.
Yeah, you bet.